I lived in the United States almost 20 years. Before that, I lived in France for 25 years, and I was born in the Netherlands. So every 25 years I changed country. Before I left Holland, I had been connected to the museum Vincent van Gogh that was built in Amsterdam in the 1970s. And I was the curator of the first show of a painter who was closely connected to Vincent van Gogh. And the painter was called Anton van Rappard. I got a place to work in the same office of the still alive nephew of Vincent himself. And so sitting day after day at the same table of work as the 80 years old nephew, who was also called Vincent Willem. Interesting detail is that I happened to work on a special aspect of the art of Vincent that was his love for illustrations and woodcuts in English periodicals, magazines like The Graphic and the London Illustrated News. The nephew had worked on that subject and had even published on that subject, so we had a lot of things to tell each other. During a long time I have studied Van Gogh. I have read the letters correspondence over and over, and I have seen his paintings over and over. But as I said, I was living very far from the academic centers, and so I didn't study books on Van Gogh. But I was very close to his life, which brought me to write a very special book that I call a novel, The Painter. I choose out of personal sympathy for artwork of historical importance. I see that some things have historical importance. I write about historical facts because I'm an historian in my heart. I have myself worked very much on a dead poet who published a book in 1922 that I think is a milestone in Chinese literature, but not at all recognized as such. Poems by Xu Yuno, The Future Garden. In my life, I have always defended the poets, painters who were unjustly forgotten. You know, I'm not afraid of names, and I don't think it is very important. I've seen many poets in China who are poets because they like power. Yang Jian is not at all like that. He's a pure poet. So I like to translate that. I decided to invite him as the first poet in little booklets that we plan to publish in America. My wife, Yan Jian, and I, we try to give some more visibility of Chinese poetry to the Western world. I'm doing my best for this part of world culture. And even if it's only a drop in the ocean, it's still a drop.